れたものはいつか思い出すはずでしょう。消えた夢の影を探した寂しさの答え儚さを愛触れてた風に流れて僕は君を愛せていたか少し気づくことが遅すぎダウンですから消えてゆく明日さえも崩れ落ちてゆく何もないここで一人きりいつかまた最後の日を迎えられてみれまた生まれ落ちた君が望む日
Have your name and date of birth?
Charles Smith.
Hello YouTube, I'm back again with another video. I'm here to do a recap on a prankster named Wolfie Kahletti.
Well. I guess I'm gonna do a reaction.
Or my bad, I consider him a nuisance streamer. I obviously did a video on this man.
Social media has definitely took over my brain and made me do things that is abnormal. I just like to formally apologize for my actions from last year and that I've become a better person.
And you're going to harm others, film them, put it online, and then profit off of it. That warrants punishment.
I would say probably five months ago. And this is the same dude that was literally spraying bug spray onto one of the fruits and vegetables and other produces at Walmart, and I'm very disappointed at the sentence that he's getting. From what I understand is that this man's getting at least a year.
A social media influencer accused of spraying bug killer on food at a Valley Walmart, then posting the video of him committing the crime online, was just sentenced to 1 year in prison.
Inconceivable!
Because the fact that he didn't harm anybody in the process. But for those who aren't fully aware, is that his shtick is basically going around ruining employees' days, locking people doors, throwing objects at people, whether it be like cakes or whether it be dead birds. From what I understand, in this state, he lives in Arizona, and there are a few pranksters that are most likely, and again, he's an example, that are literally getting a slap on the wrist.
28-year-old Charles Smith said in court that it was all supposed to be a prank, but the judge didn't see it that way.
Due to the fact that the pranksters there aren't taken more seriously, because again, this is why I do want to. I don't consider these people pranksters. Again, these are nuisance streamers who are trying to make a profit. And how I know is that it's confirmed that Wolfie Kahletti himself makes he literally makes 10 grand a month doing these type of hostile videos.
The 27-year-old told officers he's a self-proclaimed troll, and that he makes up to $10,000 a month posting those videos on social media.
Him literally literally attacking people with fire extinguishers, locking people inside stores and running off, literally putting ice into the fryer, and I mentioned that before in my video, and then claiming he's this super villain.
No, what the heck, I'll laugh anyway.
And it's funny as how, and when you look at him in court, the man all of a sudden has a completely different personality.
you have any questions for me?
I do. I have a pet at the house, and we live alone, and she hasn't been able to eat in like 6 days. I was wondering if I have any assets of going home and promising to return to court the next court date.
So you already have a bond in the other case, and so I can't control that bond.
He's not like the same as in his videos. Like I said before, is that when these people are confronted with confronted with repercussions and consequences, all of a sudden their mood changes. They now all of a sudden they want to seek therapy, they want to get help, and they're trying to redeem themselves.
Smith's attorney told the judge that his client has taken responsibility for his actions and understands these aren't pranks.
What he did was not funny, and that's not how he should behave. He wants to turn a new leaf. He wants to get off this social media thing.
Then Smith talked about why he makes these kinds of videos.
Social media has definitely took over my brain and made me do things that is abnormal.
Let me be real, you guys. The moment somebody says that, you got to think to yourself: are they being honest, or are they basically trying to cover the tracks and using it as a ruse? Honestly, I don't forgive people like Wolfie Kahletti. I truly think he does deserve the worst, and I can't say and go into detail about that. But honestly, I will not be lenient with someone like him, because it's gotten to the point that like what he was doing were literally murder attempts, and that it was all for the sake of let me rephrase that. It was all actually for the sake of money. So the fact that they brought up how much money he was making a month lets you know that there are going to be wannabes. There are going to be viewers that want to take this opportunity and feel that they can actually make something out of their TikTok career. But the thing is, even though it's a good thing that they mention it, now it's going to give people the idea that that's the best way to go about it if you become a content creator.
The court paperwork for the latest arrest is sealed, but as part of his release conditions, the judge told Smith he is not allowed to be on any social media. And he's not allowed to set foot inside any Bosa Donut shop. We reached out to Bosa Donut for comment, but have not heard back.
Me personally, it's not worth it, even if that is the case, and I can't assume whether he's lying. Even if you were to make that type of bag by simply doing what he's doing and posting on social media, for me, it's not worth it, because it's not gonna last that long in the long run. So honestly, I feel like he got it off way too easy, and if anything, he's encouraging more people to do a lot of the bullshit that he's doing, and they're gonna follow up with it since they heard the amount of money that he's making. This is someone that can't be redeemed.
I'd just like to formally apologize for my actions from last year, and that I've become a better person.
I doubt Wolfie Kahletti's apology was sincere, you guys, because you don't go from like a popular TikToker who's making thousands of dollars and constantly doing what he's doing by going out terrorizing people, because they're not setting an example. Because the moment his year is up and then he leaves prison, I assure you he's gonna go back doing the same thing, because he felt that he was given leniency and then they were really tough on him, even though he spent a prison sentence and he might not be able to work a regular 9 to 5, is giving him more reason to like go around terrorizing people, because he feels like the law isn't stricter enough on him. So it's like, why even bother even listening? But at the same time, it's like I think the thing that's troubling is the profit that he's making just from doing these irritating simple pranks. And not only that, it's also harming people in the process. But for me to be convinced that he's changed and he's become a better person, I have to see for myself, and he needs to show progress, because I haven't seen none of it yet. And if someone can be able to prove me wrong, provide me evidence, or otherwise that he's telling a lie because he hasn't shown for it. Considering like who he tries to fit in with, and those videos that he's making, you guys, is mainly for youngsters that will actually stay in tune to his videos. I don't know any adults that actually would enjoy watching him. Personally, I think he sucks. He has no charisma. He has no personality. And it shows in his videos that he simply provides nothing of value. He doesn't inspire people to do anything, and you really don't learn from his videos. But the fact that you're gonna serve time if you keep up what you're doing, because trust me when I say that a lot of these pranksters that do this type of shit, they think they're never gonna get caught, or someone out there isn't gonna put them in their place. Trust me, you might get away with it twice, but there's gonna be a time where it's like, even if someone were to confront you and they get physical, even if that might not be a wake-up call, because I guarantee you after the third or the fourth or the fifth, someone is gonna make sure that you're gonna stop what you're doing right now, and that it comes to hold. If you can't repent, then someone's gonna make sure that you can't be able to continue living.
Until then, plays through the games, wins through the prizes. No more talk.
But overall, I feel like I said enough, you guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Be sure to check for more upcoming content later in the future. Be sure to check your notifications, comment, like, subscribe. Thank you.
また夜が明ければお別れ夢は遠き幻にあなたを追いかけていた光の中で流れるたび暖かい風を頼り春を告げ踊り出sunshine 夏を目打ち野原から咲くわくわ秋の月のぼったままるさを描い冬も過ぎまた月に数えまだまぶたの奥にあるいつかの夏と過ぎた青空片手をつなぐあなたに歌ういつや思い出今呼び覚ます記憶の中でいざ歩き出す遥か彼方響く声が揺れるデイズ書き綴れば待っていた歴史の果て Ring of Brass 蘇る